sacred space. I'm welcoming you with the sacred light. I'm welcoming you with the sacred sound and sending the sacred smoke into the space. And if you see, the smoke is dancing in the figure inverted 8, the infinity symbol, as we are upon the great infinity portal. We are in the Lion Gates portal, and it's speaking in 2 days of powerful energies. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm just going to leave it here in the window to call upon all the light beings who are working with us today, calling upon the beautiful ones who join in from everywhere. Because this space is just had been initiated by the highest energy, the highest frequency of compassionate healing energy, and the love and light that we are. That's why we get attracted to be here, to meditate and to anchor ourselves into this sacredness and to anchor ourselves into this space within our hearts. I thank you all wherever you are joining from. I know we are live on Instagram page. We are live on Facebook. We are live also on my YouTube channel. And I'm just grateful to the technology that brings us together every day. And from my humble space here in the Himalayas, I'm sending you lots and lots of grounding energy, because that's exactly what we need at this time, to ground ourselves in the crystalline heart of Gaia, to ground ourselves in our heart, to ground ourselves in this timeline of ascension that is happening. It is happening, beloved. It is happening so beautifully. You see how many layers and layers we're shedding on a daily basis through these intense experiences that we are calling upon. So I call upon you to join in. Thank you for the beautiful ones who are keep coming every day. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of myself for showing up. As when we show up for life, life shows up for us. I'm just going to adjust the light in here. It's perfectly fine. Wonderful, wonderful. How are you feeling, beloved? How is this great expansion happening within you and around you? How do you feel into yourself, coming into oneness with your own with all aspect of you? How are you feeling into the coming into oneness with the creation? How are you feeling into coming into this alignment, coming into this alignment? And that's what I love about these daily meditation. They are grounding me personally into this shift. They are grounding me into this timeline, as whenever I open my eyes, whenever I close my eyes, I just keep reminding Era, you're doing great. You are doing wonderful. And yes, it is not so great yet, and it's so confusing, and it is so painful, but it is happening. It is happening, and yes, the lows are here to lift us up. The emotions are here to guide us through the wave. I'm going through my own journeys, beloved. I'm going through my own experiences. I'm going through my own paradigm shift. And the resistance from my egoic self is intense. I tell you, the resistance is so intense. And this is when I go in my lows. And this is when I become so emotional. And the main emotion that's surfacing lately is anger. And if you're angry, that's okay, because I am too. Yes, I'll just honor those emotions. As when you honor them, it means you don't give them power over you. You're just like, tell yourself, all right, I am total disaster right now. And that's going to make you feel better, because you acknowledged what's going on. I am angry. Without feeding into the anger. And these emotional roller coasters, they are our biggest teacher. They are our biggest ally in this journey. And the people around us, in the situations, and the collective, it is not an easy ride, beloved. And I can tell you, we are held in grace. Showing up has anchored me. Showing up has grounded me. Showing up just every day to change from my pajamas, to dress up and be there for myself. I'm doing that for me before anyone else. It's bringing divine alignment into me. Believe me, it doesn't matter how hard it is and how difficult it is and how confusing. Yes, this is confusing. Confusion is there. But I'll tell you, beloved, they don't define who we are. They don't define our greater purpose here. They don't define the light we are. They don't define the magnificent experiences. They are just passing clouds, and this also shall pass. When I go through these very, very intense phases, I'm very blessed with the presence of Ram in my life, and the greatest anchor for me is his wisdom. I remember every time I go through these very intense upheavals and shifts and resistance within me, he reminds me by the Zen story of a great king who would fight all the battles, and he will be like the most notorious king. And this king has a sage who advises him, an advisor basically. And every time he comes to the sage will tell him, also will pass. This also will pass. And this king could not understand. So one time he was captured during battle and he was imprisoned. And then he remembered a little note that the sage has given him, or a little letter or scroll at that time. And he remembered to take it out. And then when he took it out, there was only this line: this also shall pass. This also shall pass. And nothing remains but the infinite within us. This body will perish. The emotions also will perish. The mind also. The only thing that remains is us, is our infinite self, our soul, our divinity, our divine presence. I remember, beloved, whether our body, our mind, our emotion, our patterning, our programming, they are just a passing cloud. Yes, and the real is inside. And that's why when you know what's happening in this great shift? We are making the shift from the mind to the heart. And the mind, the ego feeds on the thoughts, and the ego feeds on the on processing, analyzing, holding on, entangling with our thought patterns, but they don't define who we are. Today, we are making the shift to our heart. Making the shift to our heart, what might seem today is suffering and tiring and exhausting and confusing. When this passes, you're going to be in a state of deeper gratitude because you've gone through it. You've gone through it. Yes, let's meditate together and let's see what today's unfoldment. We're gonna have something very beautiful for the 8-8. I yet to know what it is. I am just open to all the unfoldment, and I'm open for your presence, and I am open to receive you in the highest frequency of love and light. And let's do this. Let's meditate today and anchor more and more in our heart and in this shift. You know, every day my new mantra has become, I align myself, or I align my ascension to this ascension timeline. It is happening. And as this ascension happening, and I'm happening to go along with it, I'm going to reach the other side. There's no other way, beloved. There's no other way. We cannot keep clinging to the fact that we are suffering. It is the end of the suffering. That was the message that I received yesterday. It is the end of the suffering as we are becoming conscious and aware, as we are bringing to the light of our awareness love and light and compassion. We are bringing to the light of our awareness that I am that I am. I am oneness with all. I am all, and all is I. So my personal experiences, my individual experiences, they are the collective as well. As I heal, the collective is healing. As I'm expanding, the collective is expanding. And I'm going to share with you something very beautiful happened yesterday. I mean, actually, the day before, when I went into the forest, and I found this branch had fallen off with a beautiful cone, this green cone, and I picked it up to place it in my altar. As you can see, this is my altar space behind me. And today, when I tuned into for the meditation of today, the only thing that was coming to me is this branch and this cone. This branch and this cone has a lot of symbolism, and it has a lot of a deeper meaning to life. And that's what I feel like tapping into today. We need to anchor within ourselves the potentiality of our higher self, because this cone is just in a phase of growth, and so are we. This cone is just so tight, if you can see how it is spiraling inward, and such a deep, beautiful spiral, compact spiral, and then it's going to open up and it's going to shed all the seeds inside, and they're going to grow into new trees, pine trees. This cone represents a lot of our growth now, of a lot of our journey now. I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to hold it. I'm just going to leave it here so we can tap more into it. Today we are going to anchor the potentiality of our growth. Where is this growth going? Where this expansion is leading us. We are in this together, beloved. We are in this together, and we have the highest potential once we tap into our highest frequency self, once we tap into the expansion that this growth brings to us. I want you for now to anchor yourself in your space as you are here for the next 25 minutes for the meditation. Just give yourself this gift. Hope you don't get disturbed by anything, and allow yourself to dive deeper. I hope you have lit a candle or an incense and dedicated this time for your own self. It is very important to dedicate time for oneself. I would love to start chanting Om with you, as I feel Om anchors me in my heart and anchors the frequency of creation in every layer of my being, in every cell. And you can chant along with me. Stay with your breath. As we are chanting the Om, we're invoking the highest frequency light of our higher self, to be present in this space with us, to merge with us as we are ready for the alignment of our human and divinity. We are ready for the alignment of our body, mind, and soul. We are ready for the alignment in our chakra system. We are ready for the alignment within our presence, within this magnificent human experience, calling upon alignment as we call upon our higher self. And your higher self is the most beautiful energy you can tap into, because the guidance that from your higher self is magnificent. You open up yourself to receive the love, the ashq, the unconditional love of your divine self, and anchor it in this human experience, and honoring this unconditional love as it resonates, waves within your physical being, within your mind, within your heart, within your aura. And as you feel this alignment happening, feel the expansion in your energy field, feel the expansion in your energetic body, feel how your aura is increasing in size, becomes bigger and bigger than your physical body, becomes bigger than your room, bigger than your house. And feed this energy with compassionate, healing love, unconditional joy, unconditional happiness, infinite abundance into this energy field, so that you become it. And beloved, remember, you are this love, you are this abundance, you are this joy, you are this happiness. And the suffering does not define who you are. The suffering is the trigger to realize and see your magnificence. Attakarayanete ha'aterayakanata. Takarayanete kaha'awate. Atanata akaraya teke harayakana. Tawa tarayakate taka. Takaraya wata ha'anarayate. Ha'arayakatanate kanarayakataha. Yawa tekanarayete teke hata. Just feel this expansion in your energy field as more light is coming and stretching your energy body in all direction to encompass all of creation. And you become this vortex of love and light, walking among creation, living in inner peace, in alignment, in joy, and happiness. And this happiness, this joy, this peace is contagious, and it's gonna spread like the wildfire spreads and encompass all that around you. I know, beloved, I am aware of the 3D reality, and I am aware of the bridge we are crossing to the 5D reality. Where do you see yourself now? Where do you want to be? Where do you want to be? Do you want to stay in this physical reality that is all suffering, that is all fear, that's all programming to fear, that it's programming of scarcity and poverty, that's programming to be less of who we are? Or you want to be in the 5D expansion version of yourself, that it is love and compassion, that it is abundant, that it is giving, that is receiving, that it is in alignment. Decide where do you want to be. You have the free will. Nobody can force you to where you want to be. And nothing on the physical plane will change. It is our frequency and where we are operating from that will change. We are shifting frequency, so our mental state is shifting with that, our emotional state is shifting with that. Even our physical bodies will encompass more light, will encompass more giving, more service. Feel into this moment when you have decided to come here on this human experience, to be on earth. And to be on earth is the biggest, what might seem to be the biggest challenge, but it is the biggest gift for us. It is the biggest gift to be in a human body with the senses and the emotions and the experience. And not only that, the impressions that are the samskaras that are passed on from lifetime to another, we will not learn from one go. But today we are here with the expanded consciousness to clear our karmic record, to clear these suffering. Today, in this here and now, I choose to experience through love, not through suffering. And this is a very powerful affirmation I believe in my timeline. I choose to experience through love, and this love starts with unconditionally showering acceptance upon myself, showering respect and honoring to this physical presence, to the emotional states I am, honoring my mental state, honoring the programming that I am in, and I'm honoring also this paradigm shift. I'll tell you, it is very intense what's happening. Yesterday, as I was about to wake up in the morning, yet I didn't want to wake up because I was in a dream state with a very powerful vision where a very big eagle landed on my shoulders, expanded its wings above my shoulders. And I was just in a state of surrender to that moment as that eagle consciousness merged with mine. And I was invited to fly with the eagle above myself and above life and above this reality and above the circumstances and conditioning. I was invited to rise above, to see life as it is, to see the big picture, to see how the big picture is divinely orchestrated, how everything that's at play is divinely orchestrated, and I have no power in that moment to control or cling or attach to the experiences. As we are invited today to rise above the experiences, the relation, the places, the emotions, the thoughts, the mind, and just see from an eagle eye perspective that sees all. And to see all is to acknowledge and honor ourselves for who we are, is for diving deeper and deeper into the knowing of who we are. Yet I was telling myself, I know nothing. I know nothing. I let go of all. I know nothing. And this is when the potentiality that I talked about come to place. And I am just like this cone I showed you earlier. And so is each one of you. We are so compact with experiences. We are so compact with potentiality of expansion